There's a ton of doom and gloom in the news right now, and it's taking an emotional toll on everyone. But you know what? Business doesn't care about emotions. So what's really going on in the economy, and what do the fundamentals say? I'll be talking about this in this video. What's up, Fruitful investors? In this video, I'll be sharing my predictions for the 2021 real estate market. And you know me, I'm a pretty big nerd. I'm pretty business and straightforward. So I look at economic trends and fundamentals. That's the way I've done it my entire career of real estate investing. I look at the actual facts, not the scarcity or the fear or whatever's going on. You know, I care about that, but what I really care about is the truth. What's happening with jobs? What's happening with the economy? That's what dictates what's gonna happen with the real estate market. Unfortunately for the media people, media doesn't drive the market. It tries to, but when it really comes down to it, it's all about the fundamentals. So in a short and sweet little thing right here, I predict the market in most of North America, the real estate market, to continue kicking ass. Now I'm gonna share with you why, the fundamentals, the truth, the key drivers of the economy. Number one, we have millennials coming of age into adulthood and careerhood, if that's even a word, to buy property. So millennials were born, I think it was like between 1985 and 1995, somewhere around there. So these people, which is my generation, are coming of age and they wanna buy homes. And the biggest thing is that their parents, my parents, really drove the idea of home ownership, having a yard, raising the kids, etc. So these are values that are to my generation, and they really want to buy a home. So with a low supply right now on the market and the biggest segment of the population now coming in wanting to buy homes, we have a supply and demand issue. There's not enough houses to give to these millennials who want to buy homes. So that's like economics 101. You have a bunch of people who want to buy something where there's only a limited supply. So what do you think is going to happen? They're all gonna fight over it, bidding wars. I want it, no, I want it. I'm gonna give 60,000 over value. Like that's what we're seeing pretty much all across North America, and especially in Canada, and more specifically of Canada, my province of Ontario. It is on fire. Ontario, it seems like, must be the hottest real estate market in all of the world right now. It's just a gong show. So that's what's going on, and that's not gonna stop for at least another 10 to 15 years. Why? Like I said, these people are coming of age and they want to buy homes, and it's very important to their values to own a home. Renting is not okay with most millennials. It just doesn't compute with our brains. We want to own the home. The second key driver that's really pushing the market is low interest rates. Now, this is a really big one, because when you have low interest rates, like right now, money's almost free. Like the interest rates in Canada are around 1 to 2% for a 30-year mortgage. In the States, I don't know where you guys are at. You're probably around 2 or 3. You guys are always a little bit ahead of us. So, but for both countries, that's insanely historic. We've never ever had interest rates that low, and it's pretty much free money. So people can buy these higher priced homes with a lower mortgage rate. So in my area, you know, the average price for a home, the average, you know, detached home is $650,000 to $700,000 right now. When you have a 2% interest rate, the payments are so low. If the payments were, if the interest rate was 5% or 6%, which is more of the historic average of kind of where it should be, that payment would be impossible for most people's income. Impossible. They would only qualify for like $300,000 to $400,000. So until that happens, and that's kind of the second point of this, until interest rates in Canada hit 5%, and in the US, you guys should be probably around 7%. Until rates get to that point, this market's gonna keep rocking. You can throw coronavirus at us and all these other things. Honestly, the market doesn't give a shit. We just saw that for the past 9 months. It doesn't care. The money is too cheap. It's too free. And people wanna buy that home with the cheap money and get it now, because most people aren't stupid. And like, we know this isn't gonna last forever. Probably the next 3, 4, 5 years, I would probably predict, that's when rates should hopefully, honestly, hopefully come to that average of 5 to 7% for Canada and America. And until that happens, the market's gonna keep pushing on fire. Now, the third key driver that's really pushing the market is economic growth and strength. So despite what you're seeing on the mainstream media, and I'm not one of these guys that's like, mainstream media is bullshit, dude. Both are wrong. CNN, Fox News, CBS, I don't know, MSNBC, whatever. They're all just talking about fluff. They're gonna have you think the world's falling apart, the world's on fire, whatever, and it's just not the case when it comes to the fundamentals, okay? So the government really saved the day when we had the crisis, right? Financially, there was no crisis. That recession that we had in March, April, fake recession. It was not real. Why? The government saved the day. They gave funding. In Canada, it was called CERB. In America, I don't know what yours is called, but pretty much the government just saved the day. We'll pay for your rent. We'll give you money every single month. It was kind of like a pre-trial of universal basic income, if that ever comes into effect. It's kind of what it was. Everybody got free money. Everybody, didn't lose their houses, whatever. If this was a true recession and the government said, you're on your own, guys, there would have been there would have been like literally the worst Great Depression ever. People would have lost their houses. They couldn't have paid rent. They would have got evicted. It would have been a shit show, but it would have been a gong show. That never happened because the government saved the day. So again, despite what you're seeing on the news of people are losing their jobs or losing their homes, it ain't true. And to wrap it up, fourth, job recovery. Again, despite what the media is saying, I'm gonna go more in detail into this. People were making it seem like everybody was losing their jobs and blah, blah, blah. And look, a lot of people did lose their job. But here's the thing. Most people, like the vast majority, 95% of people or more who lost their jobs were typically part-time employees or people who make $30,000 or less. So we're talking about non-specialized jobs. So yeah, dude, a lot of jobs got cut. People did lose their jobs, but it's all the 30K and under. Now, I'm not saying that, like, who cares? Like, those people aren't important. They are, of course, but they weren't buying homes anyway. People making 30 grand or less, they were never in the market to begin with. So when everybody's like, oh, the market's gonna crash, unemployment is the highest it's ever been, that may be true, but look deeper into the numbers. Peel the onion. Who lost their jobs? Who is not getting their jobs back? It's typically 30K and under. Part-timers, students, jobs of very low skill or non-specialty. Those jobs for sure. But again, they were never in the market anyway, so we didn't really lose any potential buyers. Now, all the jobs, most of them, that were 30K and over, and especially 50K and over, those jobs never left. People could work from home because they were specialized, or they came back within 2 weeks after the big lockdown. In Canada, it was March 15th. Those jobs all came back literally by April 1st. Why? They were specialized. They couldn't replace those people just like this, and they couldn't cut them because the companies needed those people. So again, they got government handouts to protect them for the 2 month or 2 week lockdown, however long they got kind of screwed for, but their jobs came right back. So what did they do? Right back into the housing market, buying homes, buying investment properties, etc. So again, guys, the whole point of economics and business, which is why I love this shit, is to look into the stats, look behind the curtain. What's really going on? Now, I'm not like some huge conspiracy guy. I love great conspiracies, of course, but this whole like the market's gonna fucking crash, it's gonna be a world of fire, you just wait and see, not happening and probably not gonna happen. Why? Going back to the fundamentals, the key drivers, what's actually happening now and what's going to happen. You can read about all the weird stuff that you're seeing. I'm not even gonna talk about it. The weird ideas, doesn't matter. People have jobs, people got saved by the government, interest rates are low, millennials are coming into the market in the biggest population ever in modern history, with the biggest population coming in to buy homes at the peak of their career. Dude, it's on fire and it's really not gonna stop. It's gonna take a real recession to stop this. We'll see if that happens. I don't know. If you like this video, if you learned anything, smash that like button. Also hit that subscribe button so we can see more of each other. I'll see you in the next video.